Hi guys! So welcome na naman sa ating another tutorial session, and ang topic naman natin for today is still a worded problem under the algebra. So that is age problem, okay? So short intro lang, no? So kadalasan kasi, no, sa ating mga students, no, na kapag ang isang subject or isang topic is hindi natin master at hindi rin natin masyadong napapractice, so ang tendency is nakakuha tayo ng, syempre, maling sagot. So, sa case ng age problems, so kadalasan yan class nakakuha tayo ng mga illogical values. So, just like, no, represented yan sa screen ninyo. So, minsan nakakuha ka, no, na magugulat ka na lang. So, at the end of your solution, mas bata pa yung lolo kaysa dun sa baby. So, yun yung iiwasan natin, no? Sa discussion natin ngayon. And then, kaya nga magpe-present ako sa inyo class ngayon kung paano ba systematically sinosolve yung mga age-related problem. Okay, so ang gagawin ko lang dito class is isang solution lang, no, na i-apply natin sa lahat ng age problems na ma-encounter natin later on. So, and that solution is by tabulation. Okay, so ang gagawin lang natin class, itatabulate lang natin yung mga scenario, no, that happened in the past, and then at the same time lahat ng scenario na nangyari din sa present, and then kung merong data available sa future, so isasama rin natin sa itatabulate natin yun. And then after the tabulation, so saka ngayon tayo papasok, no, ng conversion nung tinabulate nating data into an algebraic expression. So without further ado, so I think start na tayo. Ayan. So, gaya nga na sinabi ko sa inyo class, no, tabulation ang gagawin nating solution. So, para mas magets natin, no, kung ano yung sinasabi ko, mas maganda, i-apply na agad natin siya sa ating mga sample problems. Okay? So, ayan. Proceed tayo sa ating sample problem number 1. So, sabi dyan, a doctor's age 8 years ago is 2/3 his age 13 years hence. So, how old is he now? Okay? So, paano ba yan isolve? By tabulation. Okay, so, ganito lang yung procedure niyan class, na sobrang bilis lang. So, and so for problem number 1. So, sabi ko, itatabulate natin lahat ng bagay na nangyari sa past, present, sa future. So, sa case ng problem, so, ang sinabi dyan, di ba, merong statement dyan na nangyari sa past, ayun, which is yun yung 8 years ago. And then, meron din sa future na 13 years hence. So, sabihin, meron tayong past, and then present, and then saka future. Okay, so paano itatabulate yun? So, ganito po. So, let's say ganito. So, ayan o. Sa umpisa, syempre, simple pa lang. Pero, pag dumating tayo sa mga last problems natin, so, medyo nagiging complicated na siya. Pero, same solution lang yung gagawin natin. Okay, so, represent natin tong sa gitna as the present. Okay, syempre dito yung past. And then, ito yung future. Okay, and then dito lagay natin yung mga character na involved. So, sa case ng problem number 1, ang character lang dito is yung doctor. Okay, so simple lang ang solution. So, gawin natin, always mag-start tayo sa present. So, at present, let the doctor's age be letter D. Okay, so use natin yung mga initials nila, no, para ma-represent yung age niya at present. So, D years old na siya at present. So, sabi, ayan, so pakita natin yung PowerPoint. So, sabi, ayan, a doctor's age 8 years ago. So, ibig sabihin, sa past, that is 8 years ago, no? So, gagawin natin, maglalagay lang ako dito ng arrow representing yung time, no, na nangyari tong past na to, which is that is 8 years ago. So para mapakita ko yun, lalagay ako dito ng negative 8, no, para maging 8 years ago siya. So kung D years old siya at present, so therefore 8 years ago, ilang taon na siya, class? So very simple, that is D minus 8. Okay? And then anong next, class? Okay, so ayan, by tabulation, sobrang dali lang. So tingnan naman natin yung nangyari dun sa future. So sabi dito, 13 years hence. So ibig sabihin, from the present, so under siya ng 13 years. So plus 13 dito. Okay, so ibig sabihin, kung D years old siya at present, so sa future, so therefore, ang magiging age niya is D plus 13. Okay, so ayan na yung class, yung by tabulation. And then, after mo matabulate, class, yung mga data na pinrovide, so ngayon natin i-interpret yung sinabi sa problem, no? Yung relationship ng mga ages nila. So anong sinabing relationship dito, class? Sinabi dito that the doctor's age 8 years ago, which is ito yon. Okay, so ibababa ko yan. So D minus 8 is what daw? So is represents equals. So is 2/3. So lagi ko, is 2/3 daw ng class? Is 2/3 of his age 13 years hence. So asan ba yung age niya 13 years hence? Diba ito yung class? Yung D plus 13. So sabihin, yung age niya 8 years ago, which is ito, is 2/3 nung D plus 13. Okay, so ayun na. So may isang equation na tayo, isang unknown, yung age niya at present, yung D. So therefore, solvable ang D. So solve natin ang D. Okay, so very simple, no? So ayun, calculate na lang natin yung class. So that is, let's say, x minus 8 is equal to 2/3 of x plus 13. Okay, so shift solve. So pwedeng hindi shift solve, no? So kaya mo naman simplify yan, pero ang sagot is 50. So therefore, ang age niya at present is 50 years old. So very simple, no, class, na? Ayan, so sana nakasunod. Okay, so sana nakasunod kayo, class, na sa ginawa natin. So una, i-tabulate lahat ng data provided. Kung nangyari man meron sa past, sa present, sa future, lahat yung ilagay. And then saka natin i-convert into an algebraic expression. Saka natin masasolve ngayon yung hinahanap. Okay, so mas maganda, apply naman natin ulit ito sa next sample problem natin. Ay, may choices pala tayo, class, no? Hindi ko napakita. Ayan, so choices, 42 years old. Ayan, so meron 15, no? So therefore, ang sagot natin is letter C. And then verify natin. So, correct. Okay? So, next tayo. So, number 2. So, 2 years ago, a father was 4 times as old as his son. So, meron nangyari, no, sa past. So, meron na tayong column sa past. And then, in 3 years, so, sa future to, so meron naman tayong another column sa future. So, the father will only be 3 times as old as his son. So, how old was the father when his son was born? Okay? So, anong tinatanong, class? Edad ng tatay nung pinanganak yung anak. Okay? So, anyways, ayan, i-convert na natin yan or i-tabulate na natin yung mga given data. So, okay. So, mayroong past, mayroong syempre present, and then mayroong future base dun sa problem. Okay, so number 2. So, tatlo ulit. So, past, present, saka future. Tapos dito, dalawa na, no? Kasi meron ng dalawang involved na character. Si father, okay, saka si son. And then si son. Okay? So, ito present, past, future. Okay? Okay, ngayon balikan natin yung problem statement. So sabi, diba yan, sabi class, 2 years ago. So anyways, lagay pala natin muna, no, always tayo mag-base sa present. So sa present, ang age ni father is let's say F years old. And then si son is S years old sa present. So ngayon saka natin interpret yung sa past at sa future. So ayan, so may sinabi dyan class, 2 years ago. So ibig sabihin, from the present, babalik tayo ng 2 years. So that is minus 2. Okay, so therefore, yung age ni father 2 years ago is what? Eh di simply F minus 2. And then yung age ni son is S minus 2. Okay? And then, ayan, meron naman din sa future, no? So sabi, in 3 years, no? In 3 years. So sabihin, from the present, plus 3 years tayo. So sabihin, ano na yung age ni father sa ni son? So that is what? Si father is F plus 3 and then si son is S plus 3. Okay? Ngayon, after natin matabulate, no, so, ang gawin naman natin, interpret na natin yung statement ng problem, yung mga relationship ng mga edad na yan. So, doon tayo sa umpisa. So, sabi, ayan, 2 years ago, so, which is, asan yung 2 years ago dyan? Diba ito yun, class? Wait lang. So, 2 years ago, ito yun. So, sabi, a father was 4 times as old as his son. So, sabihin, ito yung gagamitin nating data. So, 2 years ago, so yung age daw ni father, which is F minus 2, is what? Is 4 times as old as his son. So, that is 4 times nung edad ni son, which is itong S minus 2. So, therefore, naka-generate na tayo ng one equation involving two unknowns. Okay? So, I think we can simplify na lang muna to. So, magiging ano to, class? So, F minus 2 is equal sa 4S minus 8. So, iligay lang natin lahat ng variable sa left side siguro. So, magiging ano to, class? F minus 4S equals, lipat ko to doon, magiging negative 6. Okay, so, ito yung relationship ng past, no? So, punta naman tayo sa another relationship na binigay kasi dalawa yung So, sabihin kailangan natin ng isa pang equation, no? Relating F saka S. So, ayan. So, sabi naman in 3 years. Okay, so in 3 years, so which is what? Ito naman yun, 'di ba? In 3 years, ano naman daw yung relasyon ng age nila, class? So, the father will only be 3 times as old as his son. So, sabihin, 3 years naman, in 3 years, which is ito, so yung father's age, which is F plus 3, is equal na daw saan naman? 3 times no, nung age nung son. So, that is 3 times yung age nung son is S plus 3. So, simplify lang natin to sa magiging F plus 3 is equal to 3S plus 9. So, that F minus 3S no, is equal to 9 minus 3, so 6. Okay, so meron tayong equation 1. And then meron tayong equation 2. So, kaya nyo na yung class, no? I-solve yung F and S. So, what is the value ng F and then what is the value ng S? So, ako class gagawin ko, gagamitin ko yung syempre yung calculator, no, yung mode 5 and mode 5 1, no. So 2 equations to so input ko lang yung equation na ginawa ko. So that is 1 negative 4 and then 6 negative 6, and then yung equation 2 ko is 1 negative 3 and then 6. So, ang bibigay ng sagot. So, F is equal to 42 And then yung son is 12. Okay, so ayan. F, 42 years old. Si son is 12 years old. Okay, so balik tayo sa sa PowerPoint. At hindi ko na naman napakita yung yung choices. So may choices yan, class. Yan, so A 26, B 30, C 42, D 36. So anong bibilugan mo, class? Yung C, no? So pag binilugan mo yung C, class, mali ka doon, oh. Mali ka doon, class. Bakit? Ano ba yung tinatanong? Class, kung babalikan natin yung solve natin, no? Yung F na to na 42 years old is the age nung father at the present. No, yan yung age ni father nung 12 years old na si son. No, 42 na siya nung 12 years old na si son. Class, balikan natin yung sinabi. So, ang tinatanong dito is, how old was the father when his son was born? Okay, nung kakapanganak pa lang nung baby boy niya, no? So, ibig sabihin, nung si son is 0 year old, no? So, ilang taon na si father nun? So, technically, ang gagawin natin is, ma-minus lang natin nun para makuha natin yung age ni father nung kakapanganak pa lang ni baby boy. Okay, so ang gagawin natin is F minus S. So, that is 42 minus 12. So, that is 30 years old. Okay? So, kapag nagmamadali ka kasi, class, so possible, mamamali ka, no? Kasi nasa choices, eh. So, meron bang 30 years old sa natin? Choices. And meron din, no? So, that is letter B. Therefore, the correct answer is 30 years old. Okay? So, check natin, class. Okay, so 30 years old. Okay? So, sobrang madali lang siya, no? So, tabulate and then, na lang, hanapin yung relationship no, kapag once na tabulate natin lahat ng data. Okay, so proceed tayo sa next problem. So, ayan. Ayan, meron ng tatlong characters na involved. So, paano naman kaya yan, class? So, sabi, Noel is 5 years older than Dennis and 10 years younger than Hilda. In 8 years, their combined ages will be 65. Question is, how old is Noel? Okay, so, ayan, interpret na natin dito yan. So, ano ulit yung sinabi, class? May binigay ba sa past? Wala, no? Walang binigay na event sa past, pero may binigay na event sa future. So, that is what? Yung in 8 years, di ba? In 8 years, so that's an event in the future. So, meron lang tayo dito, class, present, saka future sa case na to. So, number 3. So, meron lang tayong present. So, let's say ito yon. And then, ito naman yung future. And then, meron tayong 3 characters. So, lagay tayo ng 3 rows dito sa baba. Okay, so anong character natin? Si Noel. Sino pa? Si Dennis. And then si Hilda. Okay, so meron tayong present, future. Okay, so at present, Noel's age, no, i-denote natin siya as N years old. Si Dennis' age as D years old. Si Hilda as H years old. Okay? So, next is what? Anong time frame netong future? So, at what year daw? Or in how many years from the present? So, in-state dyan, class, in 8 years. So, sabihin, magpa-plus tayo ng 8 years dito. So, sabihin, kung at present is N siya, therefore, in future, siya is N plus 8. So, ito naman, D plus 8. Ito is H plus 8 years old. Okay? So, after natin matabulate, no, lahat ng data provided, so ngayon saka natin i-interpret yung mga relationship. So, anong sinabing relationship? Balikan natin yung problem. So, sinabi dito, Noel is 5 years older than Dennis. So, mas matanda si Noel ng 5 years kay Dennis. So, yung sinasabing relationship na yan is at present, di ba? So, therefore, interpret natin itong mga data at the present. No, may makukuha pala tayong relationship dyan. So, sabi, Noel's age is 5 years older than Dennis. So, sabihin, ano siya? Dennis age plus 5. Okay, so therefore, ito na yung ano? Equation 1. Okay, next. Take note, may tatlo tayo ditong unknowns, no? So, probably, kailangan natin ng tatlong equation, tatlong relationship. So, next natin kukunin pa isa pang relationship. So, next. And, so, si Noel pa rin yung tinutukoy. Noel is what? 10 years younger naman kay Hilda. So, mas bata siya kay Hilda ng 10 years. So, sabihin, yung age na Noel is Hilda's age minus 10. No? 10 years younger. So, this one is yung ating equation 2. So, last equation, saan naman kukunin? So, yung last statement niya, in 8 years, their combined age will be 65. So, saan dito yung in 8 years class? Diba ito naman yon yung future. So, at future, yung combined age daw nila is 65. So, therefore, yung n plus 8 plus yung age ni Dennis, 8 years, in 8 years, so d plus 8, plus yung age ni Hilda in 8 years. So, h plus 8 equal daw siya sa 65. So, the question is, how old is Noel? Okay, so pakita na natin yung choices. So, may choices dyan, no? So, later on, check natin kung nasa choice sagot natin. So, may 3 equations, 3 unknowns na tayo. So, solvable na yan, no? Yung age ni Noel. So, paano kaya yung class? E di, ang gawin natin siguro, palitan natin. Or gusto mo ba class, simplify na lang natin to. So, ito magiging ano to? N plus D, okay, is equal, N minus D rather. N minus D is equal to 5. Ito naman, so ito magiging N minus H. So, mapagtapat-tapatin ko. So, is equal to 5 ito. So, walang H, no? So, ito magiging N minus H is equal to negative 10. Okay, so ito. And then ito, simplify ko na lang to, magiging ano to, N plus D plus H. So, and then magiging 65 minus itong 8 plus 8 plus 8, so 24. 65 minus 24, ilan yun? So, lagyan na lang natin, 65 minus 24. Okay, so equation 1, 2, 3. So, gagamitan ko na lang to ng calculus. So, mode 5, and then 2 naman, no? 3 equations, 3 unknowns. So, ito yung una. So, 1, negative 1, 0. So, 1, negative 1. So, 0. Kukunin natin kasi mga leading coefficients eh. And then, yung nasa constant, yung 5. And then, next is ito, 1, 0. Then, negative 1. And then, negative 10. Okay, and then ito yung huling equation. So, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. And then yung constant is 65 minus 24. So, pasolve na natin kay calc yan. Ayan. So, may masolve tayo mga ages. So, therefore, N equals D equals H equals what? Okay, so, ayan. So, N is 12. D is 7, and then H is 22. Okay, so that's it. No? So, ang tinatanong, Noel's age, therefore, N equals 12 years old. Ito na yung sagot. Okay, so, ayan, no? So, sana nakasunod kayo class, no? So, nasa choices ang 12 years old. So, that is letter B. So, let's check kung correct. Okay, so correct, no? So, ayan, no, mabilis lang natin siya nasagutan. So, proceed na tayo sa next problem. So actually class, 5 problems lang sasagutan natin ngayon, and then pwede mo na siyang i-practice no, sa iba pang problems na may encounter mo na yung ginagawa nating method. No? Una by tabulating, and then next yung interpret natin yung relationship, and then saka tayo mag-solve ng mga hinahanap. Okay, so ayan, problem number 4. So, okay. So sabi, a man lived 8 x years, no? A man lived x years. So when he was at his midlife, so therefore that is x over 2. So his first child was born. So nung nasa kalahatian na siya, pinanganak daw yung unang baby niya. And then next is when he was at his 2/3 of his life, so that is 2/3 of x. So his second child was born. When the man died, the sum of the ages of his children is 60. So the question is, how long did the man live? Okay, so analyze natin, no? So sabi dito, nung nasa midlife niya na siya, so pinanganak daw yung firstborn niya, and then nung nasa 2/3 of his life na siya, so pinanganak naman yung second child niya. So ibig sabihin class, meron na tayong dalawang time frame na involved, and then sa dulo, no, when the man died, so third time frame, so meron din naman binigay na condition that the sum of the ages of his children is 60. So therefore, meron tayong tatlong time frame. So sabihin meron tayong tatlong column, tapos meron din tayong tatlong rows para sa tatlong characters. Okay? Pero ang gagawin ko class, magdadagdag na lang ako ng isa pang time frame, no, para mas ma-i-explain ko siya further, no, yung solution niya. Yung additional time frame is yung time kung saan pinanganak yung man. So nung 0-year-old pa lang siya. Okay? So ayan, proceed tayo sa solution. So pakita ko lang ulit yung PowerPoint. Ayan. So sabi ko, di ba, ang gagawin ko class is, so for number 4 ito. Okay, so gagawa ako ng 4 na time frame. So that is nung pinanganak siya. Ito yun. So 0th year. And then nung nasa kalahati na siya nung edad niya, which is x over 2. Nung nasa 2/3 of his life na siya, and then nung namatay siya. Okay, and then tatlong rows para sa tatlong characters. Okay. So, denote natin ito as 0th year. Okay. Denote natin to as x over 2th year. And then ito is 2/3 of x year. And then ito yung x year, no, nung namatay na siya. And then dito yung man. Dito yung child 1 na lang lalagay ko. So child 1. And then dito child 2. Okay, ngayon interpret natin per time frame. Okay? So start tayo. So sa 0th year, so therefore ang age ni man is 0, di ba? So kakapanganak pa lang niya. And then yung child 1 and then child 2, so wala pa silang data available since hindi pa sila pinapanganak. Okay? And then stated sa problem, no, at the point nung nasa kalahatian na siya ng age niya, so x over 2th year niya. So ibig sabihin, ang age na nito is x over 2, no? Yung age niya is x over 2 na. Pinanganak daw yung child 1. So sabihin, dito nagkaroon na siya ng age pero 0. Tapos si child 2, wala pa siyang age. Okay, since hindi pa siya pinapanganak. So, pero ang question dito class, how many years ba yung lumipas, no? Yung lumipas from the 0th year papunta sa x over 2th year. So, technically, yung lumipas doon is just the difference na ito. So, x over 2 minus 0. Okay, lagay natin yun dito para systematic tayo. So, x over 2 minus 0. So, therefore, merong ilang lumipas na taon. So, x over 2 years. So, ibig sabihin, from 0, magdadagdag ako ng x over 2 years para makapunta ako dito sa second time frame ko, which is ito, yung x over 2th year. Okay, gets? So, kaya 0 plus x over 2, naging x over 2 ito. Okay, so next punta naman tayo sa third time frame natin. So, nung nasa 2/3 of his age na daw siya, so that is 2/3 x year. Okay, so therefore, yung age niya, syempre, 2/3 of x, di ba? So, nasa 2/3 of, ano na siya eh, nung edad niya eh. So, 2/3 of x. So, ang nangyari daw, pinanganak naman daw si child 2. Pero bago ako pumunta dito, class, bago ako pag-proceed dito, so, kunin muna natin ilang taon naman yung lumipas dito. No? So, kung nasa kalahatian na siya ng edad niya dito, x over 2 na siya, so ilang taon yung lilipas para maging 2/3 of x years old na siya. So, ilang taon yung lilipas dito, yung ilalagay natin. So, same procedure dito, susubtract natin yung class, so that is 2/3 of x minus x over 2, so that is 2/3 minus 1/2, so that is 1/6 of x. Okay, so additional 1/6 of x years na makalipas nung time frame na to, so magiging 2/3 x na daw yung edad ni man. So ngayon, kung magpo-proceed ako sa edad ni child 1, so syempre 0-year-old siya dito, so plus 1/6 of x years, so ilang taon na siya dito? Di that is 0 plus 1/6 of x years old na siya. Okay? And then si child 2, sabi, ito daw yung time kung saan pinanganak siya. So therefore, ang age niya dito is 0. So, stated again dun sa problem, di ba? Sabi, nung nasa X year na siya, or nung time na namatay na yung man, okay, nasa X years old na siya. So, ang age daw, or sum nung age nung child 1 and then child 2, yung anak niya, is what? 60 daw yung sum, di ba? So, bago tayo pumunta sa sum, ganun ulit. So, ilang taon ba yung lilipas dito, class? So, kung dito, 2/3 of x years old na siya. So, ilang taon yung lilipas, no? Ilang taon yung lilipas para maging x years old na siya. So, again, subtract lang natin itong dalawa. So, that is x minus 2/3 of x. So, that is 1/3 of x years. Okay, so ibig sabihin, class, lilipas ang additional 1/3 of x years para makapunta tayo sa last time frame natin. Okay, so ibig sabihin, yun yung gagamitin natin dito. So, kung etong si child 1, ang edad niya dito is 0 plus 1/6 of x years old. So, sa last time frame, yung bago niyang age is yung age niya before plus yung time na lumipas. Okay, so that is 0 plus 1/6 of x plus, ayan, 1/3 of x. Okay? And then, si child 2 naman, na considering child 2, so kung 0 siya dito, so yung edad niya sa last time frame is yung edad niya before, 0 plus yung lumipas na taon, so 1/3 of x. So that is 0 plus 1/3 of x. Okay, so ngayon, proceed na tayo dun sa, so nakompleto na natin yung table, no? So, proceed na tayo dun sa, interpretation ng statement ng problem. So, yun na yun, no? Yung huli. So, sabi, when the man died, okay, when the man died, so dito yon sa dulo, the sum of the ages of his children is 60. So, ibig sabihin, class, yung gagamitin nating data is yun nandito. Okay, specifically itong dalawa. So, yung sum daw nung age nung children niya is 60. So, ganun ang gagawin natin, class. So, convert natin into algebraic expression. So, that is age ng child 1, which is 0 plus 1/6 of x plus 1/3 of x plus age ni child 2. So, that is 0 plus 1/3 of x. So, sabi, 60 daw yung sum niyan. Okay? So, simplify natin further. So, 1/6. Ito, 1/6 of x. Ito is 2/6. And then, ito is 2/6 din. So, equal 60. So, that is what? 5/6 of x is equal to 60. So, therefore, class, solvable lang x, no? Which is, yun na yung tinatanong din, no? So, saan tinatanong kasi, how long the man live? So, ilan yung years na tinagal niya? So, that is yung x. So, solving for this one, so, ilan ng x? So, pwede nating ipakalki yan. Pero, pwede namang hindi na rin. So, pero anyways, may calculate naman yun, para sure. So, 5/6 of x is equal to 60. So, ayan. So, anong sagot? So, x equals 72. So, therefore, no, yung tinagal nung man, no, yung age niya nung namatay siya is 72 years old. So, therefore, ang sagot is 72 years. So, that's the value of x. Okay, so, ayan, check natin pala kung nasa choices. So, may choices ulit yan, class eh. Okay, so, ayan. So, may 72, no? So, that is letter B. So, are we correct? Okay, so, correct, no? So, 72 years. So, ayan. So, sana guys, no, na-gets nyo yung naging flow ng ating solution. So, i-tabulate, okay, lahat ng necessary points, no? Lahat ng necessary time frame. And then, after matabulate, saka natin ipasok yung pag-interpret ng statement ng problem into an algebraic expression. Tapos, masasolve na natin, class, yung mga hinahanap. Okay, so ngayon nasa last na tayo, class. Last problem na. So problem number 5. Okay, so sana nakakasunod pa kayo. Okay, so proceed tayo. Basahin natin. So next problem na tayo. Okay, so ayan. So sabi dito, class, Peter is 36 years old. Peter is twice as old as June was when Peter was as old as June is now. How old is June? Okay, so maiksi lang yung problem, class, pero actually yung problem na yan is a controversial age problem. So bakit siya controversial? Kasi dahil sa ikli niya, tapos medyo complicated yung pagkaka-English niya. So nagkaroon ng dalawang interpretation dyan, class. So mayroon dalawang solutions na lumalabas dyan, which arrive syempre sa magkaibang sagot. Okay, so anyways, ang ituro ko sa inyo, class, is yung solution and then yung interpretation na sa tingin ko yung tama. So nasa sa inyo ng class, judgment nyo na yun kung tama ba or pares tayo ng pagkakaintindi doon sa English niya. Okay, so proceed tayo sa solution. Okay, so merong ilang time frame ang meron diyan, class, at ilang characters. So meron dalawang characters. So ang problema na lang ilang time frame. So for number 5. So basahin ulit natin. So meron syempre present, so which is yan yung Peter is 36 years old. So anong pang meron? Meron bang past or future na involved? So, meron dito sinabi na Peter is twice as old as June. So, ito yung kailangan natin i-convert into algebraic expression later on. So, kailan daw nangyari ito na Peter is twice as old as June? So, kailan naging doble nung edad ni Peter yung edad ni June? So, that happened when Peter was as old as June is now. So, I assume that this scenario happened in the past. So, meron tayong past saka present. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan natin ng dalawang column and then dalawang row para sa dalawang characters. Okay, so dalawang column and then dalawang row. So let's say ito yung past, present, and then ito si Peter, and then ito si June. Okay, so start tayo sa present. So at present, ano daw yung edad ni Peter? So lalagay ba natin dito, class, is P? So actually, hindi na P, no? Kasi, stated na sa problem yung exact age niya at the present. So that is what? Ayun na, Peter is 36 years old. So lagay na natin agad dito, 36. Okay, and then si June at present, so walang binigay dyan, at yan nga yung hinahanap, class. So how old is June? So let's say, denote natin yan as letter J. Okay, so ngayon, basahin natin yung second statement. So ito kasi nagpahirap dyan, class, no? So medyo parang nagra-wrap kasi siya. So ang haba ng statement, so medyo naging magulo, no? Magulo siyang interpret. So para ma-interpret natin siya correctly, ang gawin natin, putol-putulin natin yung statement. So let's say basahin muna natin itong una. So Peter is twice as old as June. Okay, so pwede tayong mag-stop doon. So sabihin, pag binasa natin yun, naintindihan natin na the age of Peter is twice the age of June. Okay? So, kailan nangyari yun, class? So, punta na tayo sa second part ng second statement. So, that happened when Peter was as old as June is now. Ayun, nagets ba yan, class? So, nangyari daw to when Peter, no, when Peter's age was as old as June's age now. So, kung ang age ni June now is J, so nangyari daw yon when Peter's age is the same na itong J. So, sabihin, nangyari yon nung past when Peter's age is J. Nakuha ba? Nung kaedad ni Peter, si June ngayon, no, which happened in the past, doon nangyari yung scenario na to na Peter is twice as old as June. Okay, so ilang taon lumipas to, class, no? From present to past, ilang years yan, no, lumipas. So ilang years ago yan. So dahil hindi natin alam, so denote natin yan as X years. So X years ago, Peter's age is J years old. Okay, so X years ago. So ngayon, kulang pa tayo ng isang value dito, si June. So paano natin lalagay itong age ni June, class? So, since nilagay na natin dito na X years ago yan, so kung ang age ni June ngayon is J years old, so therefore, X years ago, ang age ni June is what? Eh di, yung age niya ngayon minus yung time na lumipas, no? So that is X years ago. So, age niya ngayon is J, so X years ago, so that is J minus X. Ito yung age niya at that, past scenario. Okay, ngayon once na makompleto na natin yung table, okay, so magpo-proceed na tayo ngayon dun sa interpretation ng sinabi ng first part ng second statement. So sabi, nung time daw na to, 'di ba, which is yung past, so bilugan ko to since ito yung natin, considered time frame natin. So nung time daw na to, Peter is twice as old as June. So, si Peter daw, which is J years old, okay, so, Peter is J years old, so, equal daw siya saan? Is twice. So, doble daw nung age, no, twice as old as June. So, doble daw siya nung age ni June at that time. So, yung age ni June at that time is J minus X. So, ibig sabihin, class, naka-generate na ako ng one equation na involving two unknowns. So, simplify ko lang to. So, that is J equals 2J minus 2X. So, transpose ko lang into one side lahat ng variable. So, magiging ano to, class? In simplified form, that is J minus 2X. So, J minus 2X is equal to 0. So, ito na ngayon yung ating equation 1. Okay, so, isang equation to unknown. So, kailangan pa ngayon natin ng another supporting equation, no, para masolve natin yung dalawang variables. So, saan natin kukunin yung, class? Okay, so, kung napapansin mo, hindi pa natin nabibigyan ng relationship tong present age ni Peter saka yung past age ni Peter saka itong lumipas na taon. Okay? So, di ba, at present, sabi, yung edad niya is 36. So, X years ago, yung age niya is J. So, paano natin bibigyan ng relationship yung tatlong, na yan, values na yan? So, pwede ko bang sabihin that, so, kung ang age niya ngayon is 36, tapos bumalik tayo ng X years, so minus X years, tama ba na yung age niya is J years old na? Okay, gets ba yun? So, 36 siya ngayon, so, X years ago, ang age niya is, so, minus 36, so, ang age niya daw is J. So, therefore, ito na yung natin, supporting equation natin sa first equation. So, simplify lang natin to. So, pagsamahin lang natin yung variables into one side tapos yung constant sa other side. So, pwede itong maging J plus X is equal to 36. So, ito na ngayon yung ating equation 2. So, two equations, two unknowns, class. So, solvable lang J and X. So, ilan ang J at ilan ang X. So, gamit na lang tayo ng calcu. So, gamitin natin yung mode 5.1. Mode 5.1. So, input natin to. So, this one is 1, negative 2, 0. So, 1, negative 2, 0. And then, ito naman is 1, 1, 36. So, 1, 136. So, bibigay sa atin yung age ni June, which is J is equal daw sa 24, and then ilang taon lumipas yon, so that is 12 years ago. Okay, so therefore, ito na yon, 12 years old. So, ano ba yung sinabi sa problem? No, how old is June? So, ibig sabihin, ay no, at present, J years old siya. So, therefore, ito na yung sagot, no? Yung age ni June at present is 24 years old. Okay, so, ayan, may choices yan. And then, check natin kung nasa choices. Okay, so, nasa choices yan, no? So, that is letter D. So, check natin kung tama yung sagot natin. Okay, so, correct. Okay, so, ayun, class. So, hopefully, class, nasundan mo yung proseso ng pag-solve natin. No, madali lang siya. So, always start sa pagte-table ng lahat ng scenarios na given. And then, after makompleto yung table, saka ka ngayon pumasok sa interpretation ng mga relationship ng mga variables, no, para ma-convert natin siya into an algebraic expression. Tapos, ay masosolve na natin siya. So, ganun lang palagi yung class, no? So, I hope nakatulong tong tutorial session natin ngayon sa inyo sa pag-a-analyze nyo sa mga future age problems na ma-encounter nyo. So, hopefully magamit nyo itong na to, simple steps na to. So, very systematic siya. So, and then very effective din. So, para ma-check natin class, no, na kung na-absorb nyo ba yung diniscuss natin. So, mag-iwan ako sa inyo class ng isang problem na pwede nyo sagutan. And then, I hope, no, na mag-comment kayo sa comment section if ever na nasagutan nyo siya or meron kayong idea sa sagot. And then, i-comment nyo rin class, no, kung nagamit nyo ba yung diniscuss nating solution sa pag-solve ng problem na ito. So, pwede mo yung sagutan class. So, bibigay ko na rin sa iyo yung choices niyan. Okay, to check kung tama ba, no, kung malapit sa katotohanan yung nakuha mong final answer mo. So, I hope, no, nakatulong tayo. And then, may natutunan kayo doon sa discuss natin today. So, I think hanggang dito na lang class yung ating tutorial. So, kung nakatulong itong video presentation ko sa inyo, so huwag kalimutan class na i-like yung ating video and then i-share na rin ito sa iba nyo pang kakilala, no, para marami tayong natututo. And at the same time class, no, kung hindi ka pa nagsusubscribe sa YouTube channel ko, so subscribe ka na para updated ka sa lahat ng mga future uploads ko pa. Okay, so I think hanggang dito na lang tayo class. So hanggang sa susunod nating tutorial. So thank you guys for watching and God bless.